Crispin Khan here for Seconds Out with the one and only Barry McGuigan. Barry, great to see you back from the jungle as well too. Lost the tan, but Adam Azim more importantly gets a scintillating win.
Exactly. I didn't have a tan, Eamon. I never had a tan. Fortunately, we were undercover and we were in, although it was the rainforest, we had trees, so we didn't actually get much sun, thankfully, because we had enough trouble.
My dad really enjoyed the series. He said to me, look, if you speak to Barry again, tell him, wow, I used to watch all his fights. I used to follow his career, and he's still as sharp as attack.
Thank you, mate.
He goes, he's still as sharp as attack at his age as well. He really enjoyed your performance in the
You tell your dad I said thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be lucid when you've had 35 professional fights and sort of 20 years in the game. And yeah, it's lovely. I really had an enjoyable time. It is, believe it or not, it's very difficult because when you're out there, the real issue is food and not having food, and it's people might make a sort of a joke about it, but the reality is it's very tough and very difficult when you're on 1,200 calories a day and you're really hungry. So I lost a stone weight in 20 days. So it was a fabulous experience, but tough, difficult. And I wish it had lasted a bit longer.
Well, Adam Azim absolutely. He put on a fabulous watch for the fans here at the Wembley Arena. What made it probably his best performance to date?
Without doubt. I mean, you've got to take into consideration the context of who he was fighting. Fighting a former world champion, a guy that had only ever been stopped once by the great Jaron Ennis at welterweight, and so that's a weight division above. And Adam just beat him up so badly and then worked on the inside and decided, look, I don't need to stay on the outside and outbox him. I'll have it with him on the inside. And I thought the way he fought on the inside, he put on a spectacular performance for the audience, which we were a bit worried about. But then when you watched him and you watched how he was allowing these punches to slide over his head, and he got caught a few times, but it's virtually impossible to fight at close range like that and not get hit, Eamon. But I thought it was a spectacular performance, and he just beat the guy up. I mean, it was just absolutely world class. And he's ready. He's ready now for a world title fight. We really believe that maybe another fight, maybe another 10-rounder or a championship fight, but we believe he's ready to go now.
Were the 2 point deductions for low blows fair?
Yes, I think they were fair. I think he genuinely did hit low. He didn't mean to, but what happens when you're fighting in close, especially when you're taller, fighting a shorter guy, you're lifting your shots, and often you can bounce off the elbow and hit and bang onto the top of the cup. It's not deliberate, it's just unfortunate, and that happens. But I think Steve was very fair, the referee, but he was stern too. And I think by and large it was a fabulous performance. I thought the way he broke the guy up, beat him at his own game, and then stopped him, and also just in general, it was a world-class performance. He's only 22 years old. That was his 13th fight, and I just think he's getting better and better. He's one of the most exciting talents in boxing at the moment.
A lot of noise in the context of Adam Azim fights because of Dalton Smith and the rivalry there, and he fought recently. Is Dalton Smith someone that you feel that he'll get through on the way to world titles, or is just both of them win world titles, then they'll fight? No,
I mean, look, Dalton Smith is, with the greatest respect, he's not a bad kid. I like his mum, or I like his dad and his family. They're nice people, and I've nothing but negative to say about him. But when he wins something significant and then offers us, if he wins a world title, then that's the time to have the fight. At the minute, we think, honestly, I think he would beat Dalton Smith up and stop him. I've no doubt about that. But that doesn't matter. It's a career trajectory, and at the moment, we're going towards a world title fight. When Adam wins a world title, or if Dalton is lucky enough to win a world title, that's the time to fight them. But at the minute, it's just hot air.
Chris Smith takes on Brandon Glanton. What's your assessment of the challenges Glanton poses to Billy Smith? Glanton
is a dangerous heavyweight, short, stocky, 5'11", explosive, swarms forward, throws loads of hooks, dangerous opponent. And at this stage in Chris's career, it is a dangerous fight and it is a risky fight. But then every one of these fights are risky, and especially having fighting as a former world champion. He needs to win. He needs to win impressively, and he will win.
Millie Scotty picked up another belt and made it look easy on the way.
Yeah, she's a beautiful girl, incredibly talented girl. She made Mia Muhu she just turned her on her head. She battered her in every department, outboxed her, fought on the inside, beat her to the punch. She was fabulous. Great performance. And this girl's going to go on and on. I don't know that she'll get any more unification fights, but she certainly can unify the title. All of the WBA, WBO, and IBF in that weight category. And then I believe she's going to move up to featherweight. So, Sky Nicholson is a fight we're after as well. So she's a great talent, spectacular fighter. Doesn't get enough praise.
Right, before I let you go, can I ask you about Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn? Rehydration clause has been signed. 170 pounds is the limit what Eubank Jr. can weigh in on the day. How do you feel that will impact his performance, and if at all?
Well, I mean, I can understand it from Eubank's point of view. From Ben's point of view. He's coming up from welterweight, so he doesn't want to fight a guy that's effectively a light heavyweight. So he's got to put in some sort of restrictions. But it's a great fight. I favour Ben at this stage. I think Eubank is a great fighter, but I think he's just gone over the top. He's beginning to slide. His punch resistance is questionable at 160 pounds. But yeah, he's tough. He's like his dad. He's a very skillful kid. Don't think he's as tough as his dad. His chin is not as tough as his dad, but. It's a great fight, but again, as I say, I favour Conor Benn.
You haven't spoken since Tyson Fury retired. Do you think he stays retired, or do you think we get the Joshua fight?
No. He's that's just another slight interruption. It's an excuse. He probably hasn't been paid the money that he wants, and he said, "Well, I'm going to retire." So, most people in boxing understand that it's just a sidestep. Until he gets what he wants, and fair play to him. That's what he wants. He wants to get the right sort of money, and he's negotiating, and so every good luck in that. But he's not retired. He wouldn't do that. And it's a fight. The fight with Joshua is a massive fight. Even without titles, it's a great fight.
Would you make Fury the favourite?
Yes, I would make Fury the favourite. But the interesting thing is, although Daniel Dubois knocked out. Joshua with that right hand over the top, I don't think Fury has the same power, and therefore he doesn't have there's not the same jeopardy. But and he himself is tremendously powerful, and Tyson's a big target to hit. So it's a great fight. And yes, you'd make Tyson just a little bit of a favourite, but with Joshua's power against Fury, he's got a great chance.
Last thing I want to ask you, Dubois versus Parker, your prediction on that fight?
That's a great fight. Dubois will win that fight, in my opinion. Thanks, mate. I think he's just better, and he's explosive. And although Andy Lee will get whip Parker into great shape, I just think it's the right time for Dubois. And yes, he might get tired, and yes, they can call into question the Joe Joyce fight and the lack of stamina and the fact that Usyk was able to overwhelm him, although he didn't get off to a great start. I still think I would make Dubois a favourite in this fight, yeah. And it may be a 50-50 fight, but my feelings are that Dubois will win and probably knock him out.
Barry, pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.